This is why you need to watch the Harris versus Trump debate highlights. The debate was a spectacle of political theater, filled with fiery exchanges, sharp retorts, and moments that will be analyzed for weeks to come. Both candidates came prepared to defend their records and attack their opponents' weaknesses, making for a night of high drama and intense scrutiny. Stay tuned for the key moments and facts. We'll break down the most significant exchanges, fact-check the claims made by both candidates, and provide context to help you understand the broader implications of this debate. Whether you're a political junkie or just a concerned citizen, this analysis will give you the insights you need to make an informed decision. The September 10th, 2024 debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump was electric. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as both candidates took the stage, ready to make their case to the American people. Harris, the current vice president, and Trump, the former president, represent two very different visions for the future of the country. Trump leaned heavily on his populist playbook, attacking Harris on issues like economic failures, inflation, immigration, and crime. He painted a bleak picture of the current state of the nation, blaming the Biden administration for what he described as a series of catastrophic failures. His rhetoric was aimed at tapping into the frustrations and fears of voters who feel left behind by the current administration. He claimed his presidency had low gas prices and economic growth, though many of these claims needed fact-checking. For instance, while it's true that gas prices were lower during parts of his term, this was influenced by a variety of factors, including global oil prices and the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Similarly, while the economy did see growth, it was also marked by significant volatility and disparities in who benefited from that growth. Harris, on the other hand, focused on policy, defending the Biden administration's successes and highlighting Trump's controversial actions. She pointed to achievements such as the passage of significant infrastructure legislation, efforts to combat climate change, and initiatives aimed at expanding healthcare access. Harris sought to present herself as a steady, experienced leader who understands the complexities of governance and is committed to building a more equitable society. She emphasized social justice, healthcare access, and women's rights, while sharply criticizing Trump's handling of issues during his term. Harris argued that Trump's policies had disproportionately harmed marginalized communities, and that his approach to governance was fundamentally at odds with the values of fairness and inclusion. She also highlighted her own record of fighting for justice and equality, both as a senator and as vice president. A key moment, Trump dodged questions about his legal troubles, which Harris pounced on, questioning his fitness for office and labeling him a significant risk to the rule of law. This exchange was particularly heated, with Harris pressing Trump on the numerous investigations and indictments he faces, and Trump dismissing them as politically motivated attacks. Harris argued that a president must be held to the highest ethical standards and that Trump's legal issues made him unfit to lead. Trump shrugged off the indictments as political attacks. He claimed that the investigations were part of a broader effort to undermine his political career and silence his supporters. Trump framed himself as a victim of a corrupt system, using this narrative to rally his base and portray himself as a champion of the common people against the elites. This debate wasn't just about policies, it was a clash of visions. Trump and Harris represent two fundamentally different approaches to governance and two very different ideas about what America should be. Trump's vision is rooted in a return to traditional values and a focus on national sovereignty, while Harris advocates for a more inclusive, progressive future that addresses systemic inequalities and embraces diversity. Trump aimed to restore his version of American prosperity and security, while Harris pushed for a more inclusive and progressive nation. Trump spoke about the need to secure the borders, reduce taxes, and prioritize American businesses. Harris, meanwhile, emphasized the importance of social programs, environmental sustainability, and protecting the rights of all citizens, regardless of their background. Their exchanges were heated, particularly on immigration, showcasing the deep ideological divides. Trump argued for stricter immigration policies, including the continuation of the border wall and increased deportations. Harris countered by advocating for comprehensive immigration reform that provides a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants and addresses the root causes of migration ties. The debate left voters with a clear choice: a return to traditional values with Trump, or a progressive future with Harris. Each candidate's closing statements encapsulated their broader vision for the country. Trump promised to restore what he sees as America's lost greatness, while Harris called for unity and progress, urging voters to choose a path of inclusivity and justice. So what's your take? Who won this round and who has your vote? Drop your thoughts below. Pause for ending. The debate may be over, but the conversation is just beginning. Engage with us in the comments, share your perspectives, and let's keep this important dialogue going. Your voice matters, and your vote will shape the future of our nation. Stay informed, stay engaged, and make your voice heard.